Welcome back, everyone. We're diving into mindset today. That's Carol Dweck's book, the one that really got people thinking differently about learning and success. It even got me thinking, about how I react to challenges and stuff. Like, why do some people just seem to bounce back from setbacks while others, kind of get totally thrown off?
That's interesting. That's actually exactly what Dweck gets into in this book. The main point is that, it's not all about just talent. It's your mindset. It's how you see challenges and what you think about your own abilities. That's what makes all the difference.
So it's not just about being like a natural at something. You're saying it's more about how we think about our abilities.
Yeah, exactly. Dweck talks about two main mindsets, right? Fixed and growth. You ever notice how some people get, super defensive when they get feedback? Or they won't try new things because they're so scared of messing up?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've totally worked with people like that. It's like they're always trying to prove how smart they are instead of, actually learning and getting better. Is that like the fixed mindset in action?
Exactly. Fixed mindset. That's when you think, your intelligence is just set. It can't change. So success is all about proving you're smart, and failing just means, you're not good enough. But with a growth mindset, it's different. Challenges are exciting, setbacks are just, part of learning.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like those people who love taking on a hard project, even if they're not even sure they can do it. They're more into the process and what they can learn.
Totally. When you've got a growth mindset, it's like intelligence is a muscle you can train, right? You got to stretch it, make it stronger.
So where does that whole nature versus nurture thing come in? I remember that from one of the videos we watched.
Dweck says, yeah, natural talent is real, but it's just the beginning. What you do with that talent, how you develop it and approach tough stuff, that's where mindset comes in. It's not either, it's both.
So someone who's like naturally gifted could actually be held back by a fixed mindset, while someone who's not as naturally talented but has a growth mindset could do amazing things. Wow, that's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. And mindset goes beyond just, school or work. It even gets into how these mindsets affect relationships, parenting, even how athletes perform.
Okay, so all this mindset stuff has me thinking, how do we actually figure out our own mindset? Is there like a personality test for that?
Well, there are some assessments, but Dweck really wants you to, look inward, pay attention to what you tell yourself. When things get tough, what are your thoughts? Are you beating yourself up? Or are you seeing it as a chance to learn? How do you handle feedback?
So self-awareness is key, right?
hmm
But let's say someone realizes they're like stuck in a fixed mindset.
Yeah.
Can they really change how they think after years of, doing things a certain way?
That's where the real work comes in. And the magic, I think. It takes effort, for sure, and patience. But mindset makes it clear that we're not, programmed for one mindset or the other. We can actually change how we think. And the book gives you ways to do that. It's like retraining your brain, making new connections.
So you can actually like break free from those fixed mindset patterns.
Yeah.
But how do you even start? Is it like positive affirmations or something?
It's deeper than that. It's about challenging those beliefs you've had for so long. Remember that example in the video? Darwin, Tolstoy, Ben Hogan. None of them were prodigies when they started out.
Yeah, they weren't exactly child stars, right? What was it about them that stuck out to you?
They were all about that growth mindset. I mean, they had setbacks, people criticized them, they even doubted themselves sometimes. But they kept going. They believed they could grow and get better. Their stories show that your potential isn't just, set at birth.
It's like that saying, right? It's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. But it's not just about like being tough, right? There's got to be more to it than just like gritting your teeth and pushing through.
You got it. It's about working hard and believing you can learn and improve. Dweck talks about how important it is to praise effort and the process, not just the outcome or saying someone's naturally talented, especially with kids.
So instead of saying, "Oh, you're so smart,"
Yeah.
when a kid aces a test, you're saying we should say something like, "Wow, you put in so much effort studying and it really paid off."
Exactly. That kind of praise helps kids love learning for its own sake, not just for a good grade or, to impress people. It's about the journey of learning, not just being smart.
That makes a lot of sense. You're teaching them to love the process, the problem solving, not just chasing the A plus or whatever. But, switching gears a bit, I'm always a sucker for a good quote.
Mhm.
Did any lines from Mindset really grab you while you were reading?
Oh, tons. Dweck is so good at writing these little powerful sentences that really stay with you. One I underlined a bunch of times is the passion for stretching yourself and sticking to it, even or especially when it's not going well, is the hallmark of the growth mindset. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times in their lives.
Wow, that's heavy. It's about like embracing the struggle, knowing it's actually making you stronger.
Exactly. A growth mindset isn't about avoiding the tough stuff or quitting when things get hard. It's about seeing those times as like opportunities to grow.
So what else got you thinking? Give us another one of Dweck's nuggets of wisdom.
Okay, here's one that's short and sweet, but it really hits hard. Becoming is better than being.
Ooh, I like that. It's like always evolving, always moving forward. Don't get too comfy where you are. Keep pushing yourself.
Exactly. It's a good reminder that we're all a work in progress, and that's a good thing. We're not defined by where we are right now, but by how much we want to learn and grow.
Okay, you've got one more quote up your sleeve, right? Hit us with that final gem you want to share.
This one's about how anyone can develop their abilities. Just because some people can do something with little or no training, it doesn't mean that others can't learn to do it well. It might take them longer, it might take them more effort, but they can learn to do it.
That's huge, especially these days where everyone's comparing themselves to others online and feeling bad. It reminds us that everyone's path is different and like hard work and sticking with it can be even more important than, what people call natural talent.
And that's really the core of Dweck's message, right? We're not all just born with a fixed amount of potential. Anyone can learn and grow if they put in the effort and really dedicate themselves.
So as we start to wrap up this deep dive into mindset, what are the big takeaways you want our listeners to leave with? Like what's the so what of all this mindset talk?
I think the first thing is to figure out your own mindset. Are you facing challenges with a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Once you know how you tend to think, you can start to shift things, make a conscious effort to change.
And that change can like affect your whole life, right? Not just work or learning, but relationships, parenting, how you deal with tough times,
Yeah.
basically everything.
Oh, yeah, totally. A growth mindset makes you more resilient, it makes you love learning more, and it can help you be more successful and happy in all parts of your life.
It's like having a secret weapon, this whole mindset thing. But it's not a one-time fix,
Yeah.
right?
Nope, it's a journey. It's about looking at yourself honestly, being willing to question what you believe, and being okay with challenges because they help you grow.
It's been such an eye-opening deep dive. I know I'm going to be paying way more attention to what I tell myself and how I react to things from now on. It's like holding up a mirror to your own thoughts and asking, is this fixed mindset talking or am I looking at this with a growth mindset?
I love that. And don't forget, even tiny changes in how you think can make a big difference over time.
It's almost like, this book Mindset. It's not just a book, it's a guide
Yeah.
for anyone who, wants to reach their full potential. And I bet a lot of people listening are probably thinking, okay, this is all great and everything, but where do I even begin? How do I make this shift?
Well, that's the great thing about it. You can start small, just like we were talking about earlier with that inner voice. The next time you hit a wall or you get stuck, just pay attention to what you're saying to yourself in your head. Are you saying, I'm so bad at this, or I'm never going to figure this out?
So it's like, yeah, becoming a mindset detective,
Yeah.
catching yourself like red-handed in those fixed mindset moments. But what do you do? Like once you've caught those thoughts, what then?
Then you start to kind of gently, reframe them. So instead of, I'm so bad at this, maybe it's, okay, I'm still learning, it's all right. Or instead of, I'll never figure this out, it becomes, all right, this might take some time, and effort, but I'm going to try my best.
It's like we're giving ourselves permission to be a beginner again.
Right.
To embrace that whole like messy process of learning without like beating ourselves up for not being perfect right away.
Exactly. And Dweck really emphasizes this. It's not about pretending that everything is easy or like forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It's more about just acknowledging, okay, this is hard, but still coming at it with a sense of curiosity and believing in yourself, believing that you can grow.
Yeah, I love that. Recognizing that, yeah, challenges are going to happen. They're part of, growing. This whole deep dive has been so like eye-opening. It's really got me thinking about, where I might be holding myself back in my own life with that fixed mindset. And it's exciting to think about what's possible, if I can really make that shift to a growth mindset.
And that's what's so amazing about this book, right? It gives you a whole new way to look at yourself, at what you're capable of. And, it's not about changing overnight. It's about those little tiny changes in your thinking that over time can make a huge impact.
It's like planting a seed. You gotta
Mm.
you gotta nurture it, give it time,
Mm.
and eventually it'll, blossom into something amazing.
Such a beautiful way to put it. And that's what I love about these deep dives, you know? It feels like we're all on this journey together, learning, growing.
Totally. Well, speaking of journeys, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into mindset by Carol Dweck. But before we go, I want to leave everyone with something to think about, a question
Hmm.
inspired by the book.
Ooh, I love a good question. Hit me.
Okay, so think about one part of your life. Could be work, a hobby, even a relationship. Wherever you feel like you might be, holding yourself back a little bit.
Yeah.
Where that fixed mindset might be creeping in. What's one tiny step you can take, like today, to start shifting to a growth mindset? Maybe it's just changing one negative thought or deciding to look at a challenge as a chance to grow.
That's a powerful question. And remember, the tiniest step can be the start of something really, really big.
That's right. So keep those growth mindsets flourishing, everyone. Until next time, happy exploring.